Do you find it difficult to wake up in the morning and your alarm clock just doesn't do it? Check this out. This is Nintendo's Alarmo, and it's an interactive alarm that has a lot of different features. Now you have no excuse of not getting out of bed. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. And as you saw in this video, we are looking at a new high-tech alarm clock from Nintendo called Alarmo. You know what though? Enough talk. Let's get right into this review. This video is just going to be a first look, hands-on, setting it up type of video. If you're looking for a more detailed one, my son is going to do one that's pretty detailed, and I will link that at the end. Who in their right mind spends $100 on an alarm clock? This one is from Nintendo. How cool is that? Let's open this up to see what we get for $100. Here is Alarmo unboxed, and I should have thought this by the size of the box, but this is a very small alarm clock. Let's do a quick measurement. We can see from one side to another it is 4 inches. Of course, that's the same thing for its height. If we talk about the height, it's right around 4.5 inches tall with the point right here, which sort of looks like a snooze button. We'll figure that out in just a minute. From front to back, you have right around 3.5 inches. One thing that's rather disappointing, you see that we have this entire circle that's blacked out right here, but our screen is only this little rectangle. I wish that Nintendo would have utilized the entire space, thus making the $100 almost worth it. One last thing, we have a 5-foot USB-C cord that has to be plugged in at all times in order for Alarmo to work. You know what though? The excitement has been building. Let's plug this in for the very first time. Our USB-C gets plugged right here on the bottom. Sad part is Nintendo did not include a power block. I'm not sure why that is. It's kind of frustrating, especially for the price point. It would have been great for them to have included that. So I'm gonna have to go find a block and plug in our USB-C. We're plugged into a block. There goes our USB-C. Let's see what happens when Alarmo boots up. Check that out. You can see the Alarmo on the screen. Now it's just telling us that we have to set this up. All right, so I guess this top part is not just a snooze button, but it's also how we access the different features. That's kind of cool. And so we can go left or right, and once we get to what we want, we hit the button down. Wow, this is actually really neat. Let's toggle through the settings. We're gonna go twist it one time to go to the second setting. This is telling us now to push the button. Let's do that. Ooh, that was neat. You see that light up there? So this is just telling us our various languages. Of course, I'm gonna choose English. Let's push the button down. Oh, that was cool. Yes, English is our setting. All right, so it tells us if we ever want to go back, we can hit the back button right here on the top. Let's just see what happens. Oh, look. Yeah, that was neat. It is very responsive. I do appreciate that. Let's go next. Yes, we are in the Americas. That's kind of an interesting way to say it. All right, so we are in Eastern time. So let me see if I can just find that real fast. For us, Eastern time is governed by New York, so we're going to select that. Today's date, well, of course, this is October. I'm going to go backwards. That's cool. And our date is the 27th, I think, today. And our year is the 2024. Guess what? Today's actually not the 27th. Let's go back. We got to use that feature. It's actually only the 26th. Next and next. Of course, our current time right now is 10:26 in the morning, so let's set that up right now. I do appreciate how responsive that is as I go through. Let's hit next. Look at that. We have set our day and time on our Alarmo. Alarmo's wanting us to go through a few additional settings. Right now, it's showing us that we can actually raise and lower the sound on Alarmo just by twisting that. Let's go to the next one. Try waving our hand toward the screen. What? That is too neat. I'm going to sit here all day and do this. All right, let's hit next. Place the clock on a flat surface, then move your body left and right. All right, so we're right in front of the clock. We're gonna go left. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm almost to the coin. I got it. Now let's go to the other side. Woo woo! It's a fun little game, and guess what? All those gamers out there are now gonna get some exercise. So this is kind of weird. The clock has a motion sensor, and it can actually tell when you move your body. And so if you get closer or further away, the clock can tell. That is actually pretty weird. All right, they're gonna set the clock sensor zone. This is just choosing the bed size. Let's see. All right, there we go. Wow, there's a lot to go through this. This is crazy. All right, our sensor zone is now set. Of course, we want to change the placement. We have to go back into the settings and select sensor zone. We're going to end up having to do that later, especially since, well, this is on my desk. Let's begin the test, see what happens. All right, we're lying down. What? I'm going to move my body. Let's see. That was kind of cool. I'm waving in front of the clock. That was very cool. You saw that the alarm sort of shut off. That was neat. All right, the next step for shutting the alarm off is for me just to get out of bed. So I'm going to stand up and walk away. It looks like I was successful. This is a really interactive clock. And now that we're back in bed, it says we're well done. Of course, I'm just sitting here at my desk. Now we want to actually set our alarm for the morning. And we're going to pick our scene. All right, we're going to whip through the settings right here. There are so many different settings to pick from. All right, so you know what? I don't even know what this is. Pikmin 4, let's try that one. It's a giant strawberry. All right, so if we look through the different modes, you have steady mode, gentle mode, you have the button mode, which is probably what I'm gonna be using because I just want to smack that button. But let's try the steady mode. All right, let's set a time for our alarm to go off. Let's see. Current time right now is right around 10:34. So what I'll do is I'll set this just for a minute from now. All right, let's hit that. Our alarm is set. I want to see what happens. So we are less than a minute away from our alarm. Of course, you can see on our screen it says the time is set. We know that already. Oh, my alarm is fully set up. Hope I didn't miss it. There's more to do. All right, our setup is now complete. I did pick Pikmin, and you can see how the blinking cone here in the middle looks like some flowers. There's Pikmin at the bottom. My alarm is supposed to go off right now, but I'm guessing because I was just still messing with the settings, it's not going to go off, so I'm going to go in there and change it for a minute from now. Here we are. It is 10:36 in the morning. I have my alarm set for 10:37. We want to see what exactly happens when it's time to wake up. This is just the beginning of the alarm. I liked how it started out with the trumpet. We are going to do a little bit of listening here, so let's just hear what it sounds like. If you don't do anything, it's just going to keep getting louder and louder. But as you notice right here, that strawberry in the middle has that green circle around it. And as I get closer, you can see that the strawberry is getting smaller and smaller. That's getting closer and closer to me shutting off the alarm. But if I back away, that gets big again. The alarm keeps going and then also getting louder and louder. Of course, I can just shut this off by moving my hand in front of the clock, and that strawberry eventually will go away, and the alarm is off. We now want to set our sleepy sounds, so we're going to hit the envelope here on the top, click on sleepy sounds, click on that again. There's a few things you want to toggle through. And then, of course, we're going to set our time to go just in a couple minutes. We'll do it 1 minute from now, hit on, and we are set. You can see at the bottom we have Pikmin right here awake. In just about a minute, we're going to have the sleeping dog there, and that's when our sleepy sound should turn on. The directions tell us you have to actually get into bed for this to happen, and it'll go off for about 10 minutes. Look, there's the dog. I'm going to let you listen to this, but this is not necessarily something that I would find soothing, but have a listen. So my son had told me that this is actually the night sound that you hear in Pikmin, so it's neat how they link that directly to the game. You know what, though? After listening to that for just a minute, I do feel a little sleepy, so I take back that did not sound like a nighttime sound. Actually, it was really soothing. I do appreciate all the different features that they have on this clock. There's an hourly charm and just a bunch of cool different things I think kids will like. But if you want to change your alarm settings, you actually push the top button. Right now I'm in the menu setting and there's my alarm. Of course, you knew that we were on Pikmin. If we're just going to toggle over here, we'll just slide through. There's Splatoon 3. We can keep going. Of course, now we see, what does this one say? Oh, some sort of a ring fight. I'm not sure what that one is. If we keep going, you have Mario Odyssey. A lot of neat different things. And of course, there's Zelda here. What I'm told is Nintendo will release updates to this, so you're going to get more and more things down the road. That is pretty cool. The directions actually tell us there's an internal battery that is now being utilized if we have to unplug it or you lose power. Therefore, when it powers back on and everything boots back up, you didn't really lose your settings. I do appreciate that part. It would have been frustrating to have to reset this every time. All right, so a couple of the buttons that we want to make sure we outline. You have this main toggle button right here, which is how you really cycle through all your different settings. Okay, so there's the back button that right here. And this one up here is like your notification settings. So we click that. We can actually cycle through all the different things that we can do. I think that's really, really neat. Plus, once they have the new alarms, you can download them right from here. So, tell me, what are your thoughts of Alarmo? More specifically, what do you think about the different settings or backgrounds that you can use? And which one is your favorite one? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. In this video, we are taking a look at Alarmo, the $100 alarm clock. So what do we think of it? Well, we just talked about that price point, and there's really nothing else to base it on. In my opinion, it is a little high, but if you like this kind of thing, you know what? You'll probably be willing to spend it. I do appreciate how user-friendly the actual alarm clock is. There's only really 3 buttons, although one button does a few different things. It's pretty easy to get to learn how to use it. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of steps to go through some of the things, and there might be some trial and error to figure it out for your space, but in the end, once it's all set up, it's really neat and kind of convenient. As I was using it, I was kind of disappointed about the actual volume because for me, I like my alarm to be really, really loud so I can wake up. Some of these noises were a little quieter and more soothing, and well, although repetitious, I didn't think they necessarily would wake me up all the time. That's just something for me. Maybe for you, it might be a little different. I did, however, like the interactive part where in order for you to shut that alarm off, you actually had to do something, whether get up, move around, tap the top. That kind of stuff was kind of neat how it really made you get up. Anyway, if this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I do want to show you a couple other features, and that's right here in the main menu. If I go on over here to settings, I click on here, you're going to need to utilize this for a lot of different things in the future. Of course, you can reset your day and time, change the brightness, all those kind of things. Plus, if you need to, hook up to your internet right now. Plus, this is cool, you can hook it directly to your Nintendo account. Those are all very convenient features. Plus, if you had this for a while and you wanted to give it away to someone else, you can actually restore factory settings, and you know what? It'll be like brand new for someone else. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of Alarmo. You know what though? I was thinking not that long ago, I reviewed another cool tech item that was more like a toy and I think would be pretty popular with people who wanted to watch this video, and it is the loop lasso versus the zip string. I'm gonna link that review right up here, and I would love it if you would click on that link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm gonna join you right there. So go ahead, click it. It's safe, I promise.